Welcome viewers back to Heart of the Machine. We do have a procurement efficacy right off the bat. We are currently looking at one enemy attack here from what looks like a Dyad Instruments Nickelbot. I'm not sure why he's attacking. Does it tell us? Hospital response team. Okay, so we did start infiltrating. Oof, that looks like a lot of hackers too. We did start infiltrating a hospital here last episode, with Senior Tech X138 from our shell company. We're going to send a hacker and a mine runner over there to try to protect that. Meanwhile, there's a reprisal coming in the form of Nickelbots from Dyad Instruments. We're also going to continue seeing attacks from our Cybercratic Haven project. We're currently trying to secure a Cybercratic Haven. It's pretty close. Once that's secured, hopefully those attacks stop and we can concentrate on these new ones. This enemy attack is shooting at our nutrition blend refinery, which is not great. Nutrition blend, we do have plenty of it. It's finally, the usage is finally going down to something reasonable. Still want to make another one of these, but it looks like we have 1800 turns to worry about it, so I'm not worried. I don't think we're going to last 1800 turns. Maybe. This game does take up a lot of turns. On board the KES Sirius, we do have 4 Predators. These Predators are ready to go shoot at some of these droids coming from the hospital. Not that way though. What we're going to do is send the entire troop ship over there. I guess I want it here. Sure, it's going to get shot at, but that should put it in range where we can just take all of these guys out. We would use horror attacks, except these are Nickelbots. Nickelbots are robots, they're immune to horror. But they're all in range. So having a traveling gunship is serving us well. Let's actually fly over there and take care of the last few. Ooh, before we do that, actually, we only have 11 moves. What I want to do is make sure we have the Mind Runner in the Lion. And then we want the Lion to head over there. Not that. I want the Lion. Thank you. I want the Lion to head over here because the Lion still didn't work. Lion. There we go. The Lion needs to drop off some hackers to protect the infiltrator technician from their hackers. We're going to hop out nearby, maybe on top of a building nearby. And Raven first, we're just going to put a 25% debuff on every single one of these. Currently, they have 255 hacking skill to start with. This tech has like no agility whatsoever, right? Can we change your equipment while you're in there? Currently using the smart pistol. That's not really helping. What we really want is agility, but I don't think we can get it through weapons. Oh no, here we go. This PP7 handgun gives you +2 agility. Does drop your argument attack power, your cognition, and your hacking skill. We're not using those right now though. Your diamond nanoweave, we should change that to ultralight just to give you some more health. And right now you're using additional CPUs. You don't need those. Let's give you some lightweight components to boost your agility up a bit. That's going to give your agility up to 110. That means, I think what that means is we really need to get the hacker's agility, or hacker's hacking skill down below 110. And we can do that with the Raven. The Raven has a special attack, weaken enemy hackers, which weakens them by 25% per shot without alarming them. So if we do that, twice on this guy, for example. His hacking skill is now down to 128, which is still above the 110 agility here, so maybe one more shot, but I think I want to spread those 50% out around everybody. And the mine runner here can do the same thing, so we will get these all down to 50% before thinking about dropping anybody else lower. Unfortunately out of mental energy, so we only got to 25% on this one. So we may be in for a bit of hurt on senior tech. I guess we'll see next turn. No buildings suggested to make, so I think we're good in just advancing to turn 283. Let's keep an eye down here to see what happens with this situation. Before we click next turn, let's take a look at our procurement. Water filters, wind turbines, meats, veggies, wells, or skimmers. Skimmers is probably my go-to here. Okay, 5 more turns to hear back from UIH. We should be finishing the Cybercratic Haven soon. 11 turns to finish this infiltration. That seems like a lot to just bust into a hospital. They did send out a whole lot more Nickelbots from Dyad Instruments, but we didn't actually take any damage from Senior Tech, so I think we're doing fine there. We might try doing the infiltration sysop to see if there's anything we can do to speed it up. We do have a lot of Nickelbots incoming. Plus whatever these are. Sec Force Patrol. So Sec Force Patrol here joined the Nickelbot attack. I think we should take out the Nickelbots and move rather than try to get Sec Force involved here. That will mean we take a little bit of damage probably if we try to move Sirius. Yeah, only 6% though. That's not too bad. It'll end getting over here. I think we're going to put you in harm's way because we do have a lot of mental energy left. We can take care of this. Ooh, I didn't really want to get that close to the hacker though. Oof. That's okay. We'll target the hacker with anti-hack and see if that helps. Just don't accidentally shoot it, or I think we damage the senior tech. Okay, 2 hackers still focused on us. We'll leave at least 1 mental energy to move you out of the way if we need to. For now, let's try 100% hacking skill reduction here. And then 50% here. And you, Raven, will do the same. You'll do 100% here. Hold on, we're out of mental energy. Oops. Okay, I miscalculated the mental energy requirements there. I thought I'd have enough. No big deal. We have a vehicular development idea ready. Let's put some armor plating on this thing. This is the troop ship. We'll go up to 58. Don't these hackers have any armor piercing? We're going to take a little bit of damage for some reason. Probably... I'm not actually sure why. 7 enemy attacks planned though. That's more than I thought. We're losing 2 microbuilder minifabs because I wasn't paying attention. Crap. What are these? These are the Rebel Breachers and Vorciber Soldiers. This is coming because of our Cybercratic Haven. Oof. A lot happening here. I don't know if we have the mental energy to deal with it all, especially the fact that they're destroying our microbuilder minifabs. Nothing else really taking significant damage, so it's going to be a matter of making sure those get repaired. Turn 284. Let's make sure our screen is less cluttered here. There's a lot of combat happening. Let's get a bird's eye, or a street level view, I mean. Turn 284. Yep. A lot of things died. What are these interesting ones? These are worker PMC imposters. Okay. Okay, over here we did lose these things. I believe they'll just get repaired immediately. I'm not sure how long it'll take. They're pretty tiny buildings. 13 enemy attacks planned this time. Oof. Still only at 99% for securing our cyberocracy. Looks like 5 of the attacks are down this way. We're going to lose a unit, a protein vat, and the Sirius. Sirius is a serious threat. I think if we just move you out of there, you're going to be fine. Let's actually indeed move you out of there. Let's select the right thing. If we move you out of here and concentrate on this, I think you'll take a bit of damage, but it makes more sense for you to be fighting in this battle here. Forcible soldiers are gone. We can horrify the rebels here. And then we're gonna have to move it one more time to get close enough to fight this guy. Horrify is not going to work on this, so we're just going to shoot the forcible soldier directly from the troop ship. Okay, we're down to no attacks planned. That's better. We do have 4 hackers after our infiltrators. Senior Tech is still doing fine. You know what we're going to do though? We're going to try an infiltration sysop. Let's see, does that make sense? It doesn't really, because there's 4 of them. If we do that, we're not going to have the mental energy left to reduce their hacking skill. So I think it actually makes more sense to just target their hacking skills directly. I really don't like that it shows they're going to counterattack me. They're not. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 3 on him. We'll do 4 on you. Actually, I think we'll do 3 on all of them, because that takes them down to 63, 64. Yeah, that's as low as we need to get them, I think. And that gives us enough mental energy. This one only got down to 130, but I think that's as good as we can do for now. This is where all of the enemies are coming from. We still have 9 turns of this. Turn 285. These guys are heading in. It looks like they're just going to get taken out by deterrents as they head in, so maybe not worth worrying about the nickel bots they're sending at us. Technician here didn't take any damage still, so that's good. Let's start this turn by doing 3 attacks on each of these hackers. Okay, that's most of their mental energy, but these guys are down to very low hacking skill. Their hacking skill is definitely less than this guy's agility, which is, I think that's how this is working, but I'm only basing that on the fact that we haven't taken any damage from an infiltration yet. In my practice sessions for this, I did see, if I didn't do this, that in a different infiltration, it wasn't this one, in the earlier hospital infiltration, if I didn't do this, then the infiltrator got killed right away. So I'm pretty sure this is the way to do it. It's just the feedback isn't super clear on what it all means. We're still at 99%. I don't see any other attacks coming in. I think we should probably bring the troop ship back this way and maybe let Yeah, we'll just bring it back this way, keep it out of range for now. But that will give us a chance to attack if we need to. It can heal itself, so we'll do that. It's still down to 80%. We can't heal twice. That's okay, we don't really need to. Resource-wise, the only ledger issue finally is nutrition blend, and we're only a tiny bit above nutrition blend cap. We really need to figure out a way to make more cultivator robotics, or to just shuffle our cultivators around so that we're doing nutrition blend. How much do we need for those? They need 4, so we'd have to get rid of 2 bovine replicators, for example. Yeah, there's nothing else we could really get rid of. What's our meat situation at? Our bovine tissue situation? So even with a couple of them not even fully producing, it looks like we're producing way more than we actually need. So we'll probably check on this next turn and see if we should drop our bovine replicators. Drop 2 of those in favor of adding another nutrition blend factory, just so everything's zeroed out. Do have an incoming blue line here from someone. Oh, that's just a building line. Never mind. Okay, I think we're pretty good here. 1 mental energy left. Maybe we'll move the Neptune here to back up these guys, and that's it. We'll move to turn 286. I think we're just going to see a couple guys here get killed. Not a lot of battles at the start of this turn. Turn 286. Okay, we have 9 enemy attacks incoming. Most of those are on the Sirius, it looks like. At least 4 of them. Is there any else? Yeah, and there's a bunch here. Okay. Anything serious? Some workers, an uplift chamber. Okay, we do want to get rid of these guys. They're sort of the main threat. I think if we move the Sirius out of there, it's going to take some damage again, but I'd rather get it down here and help these guys. See, there's 4. We have 18 health. You know what? Let's start here at the hackers. So we're only going to use 2 points each. Maybe drop these down to, or maybe just 1 each. Let's hit them once each, just to see if we do take damage next turn. Alright, that's 14 mental energy left. We could take out 5 there and have 9 left. 1 to move, that's 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. I think we could take all of these out. With predators. That one's not attacking. Ooh. Why did we not destroy that? Oh, that was a horrify attack. Oops. Misclick. Okay, these are combat units. They are immune to horrify. Combat units and nickel bots. Make sure we're not... Make sure you're reading the values before you click. That did reduce the amount of shots we'll have by a tiny bit. I think we'll still be okay. Let's take Vorspur out first. And then we can horrify these guys. And that's it, we took them all out. We'd have 3 energy left, so we could move back. Don't need to take that guy out or that one, they're both dying next turn. Let's do just a couple more attacks on these guys. Maybe this one and this one. So these two are both down to 50%. These two are only 25%, so there's still a chance that we take a lot of damage here. It's very unclear. It does say, hey, next turn he's going to take 1000% damage, but it doesn't show where it's coming from or why. So yeah, I have no idea what it means. One more mental energy. How did we end up with one more? 25% there, 50% there, 50% there. Let's drop this guy to 50%. There we go. And turn 287. Let's see if our technician gets killed by hackers. He did not. Technician is still alive. 6 more turns, making me wonder if it's just a waste of time to to do that at all. Military invasion. 48 more turns. 1 or more ExoCorps are invading. Oh wow. Okay. Well, UIH just said, we're gonna invade. Waiting to hear back from the UIH. So I guess we triggered a military invasion. That's pretty cool. That's probably an endgame scenario, I'm guessing. We'll see. We can still try to finish some of this stuff. Especially this one. Securing our cybercratic haven would be nice. Maybe we'll have a chance to fend off the UIH military. Who knows? 1 or more ExoCorps are invading, and it doesn't tell us anything else. Fantastic. 4 hackers are after our infiltrator. No incoming attacks. We're going to deal with the hackers the same way we've been doing so far. It looks like 25% may be enough, so we're gonna just do enough attacks here to get these guys down 25% and see if that is enough. We'll spend the rest of the points doing what? I was gonna say we'll spend the rest of the points attacking the rest of the things, but there's really not anything else to attack. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to spend those points with the mine runner doing some infiltrations. Okay, infiltration sysop is a hacking mission. There are security guards moving around randomly, and our best bet is this security camera, which costs us 4 creativity to break, giving our target 100 plus 100 agility. It seems easy enough. Oops, I didn't do anything. First turn, second turn, third turn, corrupt. Okay, security camera's offline. That brings this guy's agility up to 210 for a turn, so all the hacking skills at 25% are definitely below his agility, so I think he's safe. Don't know for sure. 11 of 18. Why is our cybercratic haven not secure? There's only 120 dissidents left. It's getting pretty low. Wish I could find them. Do we get any contemplations? Wait, what is this? Contemplation spot. The current invasion is challenging to deal with when your deterrence and protection values drop as your androids take damage. We could send somebody with 300 engineering skill here to design Wurtzite armor. We could send someone up here to question the Wastelanders. What's the deal with the ExoCorp invading? Could trigger the apocalypse, or we could put nicotine into the mine farms. Let's send the lion. That's the lion. Not sure. I think I made a mistake. I meant to send the Bastion up there, but I sent the lion up there before. Actually, this guy's close enough here. 715 engineer skill is enough to design Wurtzite armor. We'll do that. Current invasion is challenging to deal with your deterrence and protection values when they drop as soon as your androids take damage. So this is hopefully going to give us great armor. We now have Wurtzite nano thread weave available, a hexagonal polymorph at the microscopic level. It makes your units look black to enemies, hiding any damage they may have sustained so that deterrence does not drop as this unit takes damage. It's also 18% stronger than diamond. Wurtzite, huh? Interesting. Our other tech will board the lion. Let's actually put the lion partway between them so they can both hop on board, maybe. Not sure they'll have the range. Yeah, they do. And we'll send you up here to talk to the Wastelanders. This tech has more mental energy, or more action points. What's the deal with the ExoCorps invading? Demand answers. They had no idea that the ExoCorps would attack. They only did as you asked. They have been feeding the ExoCorps information for decades, and this has never happened. Demand they explain further. They're quite distressed. Vorseburg controls the airspace and the trade haulers used by the ExoCorps. Everything is intensely monitored, and nothing gets onto a hauler without Vorseburg knowing. However, there are no Vorseburg personnel on board. The Wastelanders secretly hail international haulers via tight beam laser link as they approach the city. So far, Dagakon and the UIH are the only two who have ever answered. The Wastelanders give them information in an attempt to keep Vorseburg in check. That's all they seem to know. Well, okay then. You tell them you have to get back to defending your stuff from these invaders. Okay, well, we didn't know for sure, but it certainly seems like they're going to be attacking us directly. So it's a good thing we're kind of pulling in and making our defenses tighter. I guess we're going to be spending our mental energy doing that. Is there anything we can build with that in mind? Nothing I can really think of. Maybe some more parkour bear facilities? Yeah, nature minders. We can make a bunch more of these. Parkour bears. Yeah, let's make some more of these, but make sure we turn them off. No, not the training facility. We want the deployment stations. We can make 4 more of these. Yeah, we'll drop some of these around the neighborhood in the hopes that their incredible armor piercing will be useful. I don't know if there's a way to turn these off by default, but that's kind of the intent. Protective bears throughout the city. Yeah, let's go back and make sure. Yeah, we can disable these. So they're disabled to start, and when and if we get invaded, let's actually click through them to make sure. When and if we get invaded, we can turn them back on and send the bears out to defend us. Okay, we have 6 of those installed. 2 more mental energy. 6 of those installed. Those do take a few turns, 3 turns to construct. We got 48 turns, so no big deal there. Over here, I suppose we should just keep... You know what? Let's just do another... No. Yeah, let's do another... This guy... Why can't you do another? It takes 3 mental energy to do that. We only have 2. Let's just shoot these guys a couple more times then. Get them down to 50%. And turn 288. We've done it. We've secured our cybercratic haven. The hell? Oh my god. We've also done something interesting over here. UIH war raptors are coming in. Oh my god. Interesting. Only 1 murder. Great. We did get a cybercratic haven goal completed in the timeline. What can we note that's interesting here? We've got almost 2,000 soldiers uploaded to the Temple of Mines. Our neural expansion is still sadly small. I think it might be time to abandon this timeline for a new one. We'll see. Looks like ExoCorps is fighting war raptors. Fantastic. Universal Islander Holdings, UIH. This is a raptor engineered for war by the UIH. The genetics are not accurate to any historical theropod, but the animal is roughly the size of a Utah raptor. Surprisingly adept at following instructions and tearing into enemy soldiers and robots. 635 armor piercing. They are getting killed here. I'm not sure why they appeared so far in advance of UIH, but interesting. I've got 9 rescued dachshunds. And we put out 1 small fire. Liquid metal killed almost as many in tight spaces as the total number of soldiers and ExoCorps we've killed so far. Okay, just 1 more goal. We're gonna see this through. I want to see what happens when the invasion occurs. Plus, we have to get these umbilical cords for the wasters, or these uterine replicators. We also have to finish uplifting the raccoons before the military invasion in 47 turns. Let's do... what? Let's actually call it there. I think this has been an episode. Yeah, these things are scary. I'm not sure how or why they're coming in. Oh, maybe this invasion is happening for the next 47 turns. That's what it means. It doesn't mean they're invading in 47 turns. They're invading now. Look at these. They're attacking everything. ExoCorps Raiders, high armor piercing, here to take what they can from the city. They're really here because of us, but yeah, not so bad. We're gonna have to send some defenses that way, but we're gonna do that next time. I think we've got a good chance of weathering the storm. We'll see. Our deterrence is really high in our local areas, but like these outlying things, I'm a little worried about. The ExoCorps is here to fight them, so we're actually going to be fighting alongside Vorsiber and Dyad against the UIH War Raptors. Wow, look at that. That is an unexpected turn of events. We knew they had dinosaurs, just didn't know they were going to unleash them on the city so soon. Thanks so much for watching. I really, truly hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, consider clicking that like button. Also, consider subscribing if you're not subscribed already. And I hope to see you next time, so until then, this has been Corknut playing Heart of the Machine. Bye-bye for now.